Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing today? Guys, Bitcoin's not looking so hot. It's actually not looking that bad either. But to play into the current sentiment, today we are gonna panic. Just for fun. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining. Happy Tuesday. Tyler said, I just watched the Titanic during the intro. The sequel is actually just about Bitcoin going down. Tyler's submitting a extra early guess for the daily close contest. So let me document that the way that I do. Let's see. Bam. All right. You guys want to see my pretty face? Hey, what's going on? Where's Waterfly, man? I feel like he's usually here by now. Giovanni said, Tyler, I always run a marathon during the intro. It takes you that long to run a marathon? He said first, last we dumping. Yeah, guys, number go down today. Today, number go down. 112, 993 and 99 cents for Bitcoin. Dragging everything else down with it. What's surprising is Bitcoin dominance has yet to cross 60%. It's probably going to happen now that I said something. We do get a little bit of an inverse head and shoulder scenario going on, which I think we had yesterday with that. And we got like a second shoulder, so who knows what's going to come of it. Regardless, something to keep an eye on. The corn dog keeps reappearing, and I don't know where. Oh my god, it's still on here. I thought the corn dog was gone, and it was just like the ghost of the corn dog. That's too funny, man. Breakfast corn dog, specifically. That is funny. Congratulations, Tishu, once again, on your second victory in a row yesterday. Very cool. I literally thought that was the ghost of the corn dog. Just kept popping up. It was popping up on my laptop too. I'm like, why is it still here? Because usually right after the stream I delete everything. It's like the corn dog keeps popping up, man. I don't know what to do about it. And the entire time I'm thinking it's going to happen just forever now. For the rest of history. Whenever I exit and then return to TradingView, the corn dog's just going to pop up. It's like, boop, peekaboo. Peekaboo corn dog. All right, guys, liquidation heat map. We got 112, 755. All right, and then what is this? I see a green. Is that? Yeah, sneaky. Look at that sneaky guy. Then, I guess I'll go all the way down. 111, 957. We had a new guy show up yesterday, and I think I don't remember if he said he was the lurker or not, but he said we were going down to 105, and then he kind of disappeared. And we seemed to go straight down after that. So, whoever you are, I appreciate your input. Because so far it's turning out to be pretty accurate. We got 114.087. I might have to go rewatch the chat replay to figure out exactly who it was. Oh, geez, how far do I even go for this one? This one's going to be far. 115, 152. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bitcoin 112, 999 at 59. We are chilling, looking for some, probably some further downside, as much as it hurts. The heat said it's so dumpy. We already had our contest at close. Don't do that. You know, I'm excited for daylight savings because then I won't have to jump on. Like, I won't feel rushed after work. Hopefully they don't outlaw it. All right, next. We got ETH down 4.47% on the day. 41.2175. We are breaking below all of our support. Let's see if 4K holds. If it doesn't, everyone's talking about 20% retraces in the bull market. That would put Bitcoin from the Pico top. Right now, it's at about the halfway point. So 20%. Oh, geez. That would take us to 9,900K, which is kind of crazy. I feel like a lot of people would panic if we went down that low. But we'll see what happens. We will see. What have we been getting this entire time? This entire time, our retracements have been from top to bottom. This one, 12%. This one, 10%. Oops. What else do we got? This one. Ooh, that one was 30. Wow. So we got 30, and then we got 12, and then we got 10. Right now we're at 9. So let's all hold hands and pray to Satoshi that this ends up being like a 15, maybe 12 or a 15, which would put us, this is complete speculation, by the way, guys. Let's see, 12 would put us around 108, 109. 15 would put us around 106. I'm going to go with 106. That's what I'm going with. I'm thinking 106, and that kind of aligns with our guy yesterday. So I'm not going to take credit for this at all. 106. Retrace target guess. Am the dog said, what do you think Bitcoin will drop to before bounce? There you go. 106. That's completely speculation. That Pulse player said, guess I'm ride or die with REI at this point. LOL. Oh well. I mean, it happens, man. Maybe it's a calling to diversify. What I really like is the concept of I don't remember the word exactly. It's like focus on what you can control. That's what it is. Focus on what you can control. And that at this point is our income. I'm not worried about this stuff. It sucks. I'm not a patient person. So I'm sitting here, I'm looking at my bags, I'm like, man. Like even if I cashed out at the Pico top and I'm watching this drop, I'm still not going to have fun because I have to wait still. No matter what, I have to wait. So it's a lot less stressful if I just leave my bags alone, increase, or even just focus on my income. I don't even have to necessarily increase it. Just go to work, man. You can live your life. If you spend 4 or 5 years focusing strictly on charts and you make it after that, what's your day-to-day going to look like? You should still focus on enjoying life in the meantime. You know what I mean? It sounds really lame. It's totally copium. But it's true. It's true. I'm looking for 106 out of Bitcoin. If it gets really spicy here, I would love to see it hold 110. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Philly said, yo, what's going on, Philly? Tyler said, won't go under 110. Not now, anyways. That Pulse player said, I'm buying to cut my entry price, DCA. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I would diversify. You do you. I mean, I'm way too irresponsibly overexposed to SNEK, so I'm not one to talk, really. Okay, ETH. Like I said, I want to see ETH hold 4K. 4K is a really, really big, important level for me, for ETH. If it does go below that, maybe look for support around, I don't know, like 38, 38.5. I'm going to go 30. I'm going to go this right here. I'm going to make it temporary as well. Just to see how it plays out, if it plays out at all. Tishu said, oh, the slow bleed again. It never ends, LOL. I don't know if that's the case with the bull market. I want to say the usual, yeah, see, the pumps take a really, really long time, so it makes it feel like it doesn't do anything, and then the dumps are fast and violent. So everyone freaks out. Really, really long time, fast and violent. Really, really long time, fast and violent. It's probably going to always be like that. And then, unfortunately, that switches up during the bear market. During the bear market, your moves up are really small and quick, and then you just bleed for forever. And then really small and quick and bleed for forever. And the point is that you're supposed to psychologically see this and go, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss this next move. I need to just buy. And then you buy, and you buy, and you buy, and you buy. And then it does it, and you're like, oh, and you look, and you're down like 60% still because you kept buying. And then you keep doing it. You're like, well, I don't want to miss the next one. It's just probably going to reverse any second now. And then it does it again. And you're like, oh, and you're still down tremendously because you started buying way the heck up here. That's why the DCA works best, because over time, stuff starts to reverse. And this is probably the first year into the bear market. And then after that, you got 3 years of like slow bleed up and then parabolic. And then you retire your bloodline. Not financial advice. That's just what we've seen in the charts. You know, it's all historical chart data. You just got to stare at it long enough and you'll understand. But yeah, I'm looking for 4K hold on ETH. It's a big psychological number. If it does break below that, 38-ish. I would not be surprised if all of these break the important support levels, because that's what the market maker likes to do. And everyone and their brother's going to come out and be like, oh my gosh, Sol has to hold 155, otherwise it's game over. Sol's going to go down to like 140, and everyone's going to be like, oh, it's game over. We're all going to open up our shorts like idiots, and then the market makers are going to go boop, and everyone's going to get liquidated. They're going to maximize their extraction, and then we're all going to be pissed. I'm getting a phone call, and it does not say spam. Should I answer it? I'm not going to answer it. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely what's gonna pan out. So today is a lesson in copium. Go take a bath, get some Epsom salt. If it's legal in your state, maybe partake in some devil's lettuce. Not financial advice. Do not operate heavy machinery or drive unless you know how the drugs affect you. Sol is down 2.84% on the day, currently trading at 177.80. Actually holding up a lot better than ETH, surprisingly. This never got our pullback to our 172 level that we were looking at. So I'd expect a touch of that at the very least. Again, if it gets really bearish, I would genuinely actually look for like 155. Our blue trend line, which is our upper blue trend line from way back here, where we had this beautiful inverse head and shoulder that broke and hit new all-time highs. Then we got an M, and then we continued chopping sideways. We got back above our blue upper trend line. It's messy, but it's all there. It's all the same exact data. It's playing out the exact same way that it's played out 1,000 times over again. And what's funny is this little M right here looks identical to this big M right here. So I would not be surprised if the market maker decided, exactly what I just said, to bring it down lower than what we want it to go, to make us think that it's game over. Or if I said, speaking of bathing, JJ, your poor family around same stinky clothes. What does that have to do with bathing? That would technically be laundry, wouldn't it? You said stinky clothes, not stinky me. I can stink no matter what, as long as my clothes are clean. Alright. Yeah, Sol, I would expect to pull back to 155 if it continues to be uber bearish. And then our next line of defense is our neckline from our big inverse head and shoulder way the heck back here. This purple line is our neckline. So that next support level besides 155 would be 140 probably, depending on how long it flushes. If it continues and it takes a little while, then maybe 138, 137. Not financial advice. What if I said you predicted it, Tishu? Or was that E? What have I missed? Okay, let's see. And the dog said, Bitcoin bounce. Philly said 77K. That pulse player is marrying his bag. Tyler said won't go under 110, not now. Waterfly. Okay, Teach said, oh, the slow bleed again. It never ends, lol. Waterfly said, you predicted it, Teach. Or was that E? Teach said, staircase up, elevator down. Exactly. It was just a guess looking for infamous bull pullbacks. Philly said, Waterfly, how was the Philly trip? Teach said, it was simple. A few months ago, everyone most hated ETH, and after it rallied, everyone started talking about it. So I expected, at the very least, a pullback. Yeah. Waterfly said, speaking of bathing, yep. We discussed it, Philly. Remember Iron Hill Brewery? Giovanni said, bounce, bounce, bounce. And Philly said, Waterfly, yeah, but that's all you said, Iron Hill. I like, Philly's like, how's the trip? Waterfly's like, Iron Hill. And Philly's like, oh, that's cool. What'd you do? And Waterfly just ignores him. Total 3 is down 3.23% on the day. Looking a little head and shoulders-y. And the neckline would be on an angle. The neckline would be on an angle. And we seem to have broken that. I would not be surprised to see a little quick bounce. Retrace, confirm, continuation, not financial advice. If it does fulfill, my frugal target would be 966 trillion. So we're probably going to lose 1 trillion. That's going to be a big no-no loss for alts. Fully expecting this to occur again. Literally textbook. Double top, touch. Double top, touch. So we're probably going down to 883 billion. But we'll see. We will see. Tishu said some cough JJ are always bullish, but sometime you got to hold your horses to maximize your returns and limit downside. I was bearish yesterday, wasn't I? I gave downside targets. I think I've been relatively level-headed. I will say, usually when I get bearish, that's the bottom, which is legit. That is like I've like consciously observed that, where I'll be like, it doesn't look good, guys. It looks really bad. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream now because I'm like miserable and bored. And then I end the stream and everything goes boop straight back up, and I'm like, I just told everyone it looked like crap. Happens every single time, man. All right, so yeah, total 3. We're probably gonna lose 1 trillion just to shake people out a little extra. ADA's down 8.13% on the day. We are losing 85 support-ish, which is our midpoint. Heading towards 80. 80 should be a decent support. It's psychological. It's my favorite number, minus the 0. Fahid said only one more day left for JJ breakout. Yeah, you're correct. I think my breakout's getting screwed. I will say, if this is the pullback that we're supposed to get in September, I'm pretty sure Ben Cowan is going to be wrong, which is kind of exciting. The question is, and Philly asked this earlier, and I didn't have an answer for him. What is causing this? We got 20 minutes remaining until the daily close contest. I genuinely want to look into it. Is it literally because Bitcoin broke its all-time high and now it's like cooling off before it actually like solidifies a break? Or is there a macroeconomic reasoning? Is it because of the revised jobs data? Are we no longer expecting a rate cut? Is Powell going to raise rates maybe? Is it the Zelensky, Putin, Trump thing? What's going on? There's got to be something. It could be literally as simple as Bitcoin touching a new all-time high. That could be it. But there's got to be something. And I feel like we could pinpoint it out. Or at least get a better idea of what it may be. But anyways, ADA is down 8.14%. Look for 80 as support. If it continues to the downside, RSI failing to get above its moving average. Push into the downside. Momentum wave is almost oversold. We'll see what happens. Keep in mind when I say that, the momentum wave can be oversold for extended periods of time. So it entering oversold does not mean it's going to rebound at all. It's like stochastic almost. SNEK is down 11.96%. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, and SNEK is big. We got another BART. Where did we have one? It must not have been SNEK. So SNEK just briefly touched its year of the SNEK price. I think it might not even have touched it, to be completely honest. But we get a pump, we get a retrace, we get a pump, we get a retrace. hopefully she pumps. I'm looking for, I guess based on that specifically, maybe a touch of 4. Otherwise, yeah, we're probably going to touch 4 if we keep going down. XRP is down 6.44% on the day. Remember, none of this is financial advice, guys. I could be way off. We might bounce from here. We might go down further. I'm totally just speculating, throwing out numbers. XRP officially broke out of its miserable range between 3 and 340. We are breaking down. Volume kind of fell off a cliff since back here, honestly, since July. Surprising to see it break $3 so quick. We got a little bounce and then couldn't quite keep any momentum. We're sitting at the halfway point right now between 275 and 3. I would not be surprised to see this at least go down to 250 if we maintain the bearish momentum. It is almost oversold on the 4-hour time frame. Momentum weight definitely oversold. We got a red dot pointing to the downside. We'll see where that goes. HBAR is down 5.29% on the day. We broke below our purple trend line after failing to get back into our cancer curing range. Failed to get back above the purple trend line, rejected, and we have officially broken below our retrace target of 23.5. We're sitting at 23.2 right now. 22 probably in the cards. Even further than that, I would look for 20. Yeah, I think 20 is definitely in play, for sure. SWE is down 4.78%. I believe SWE was just added to Robinhood today, so that's good news. Even if the price dumps, it is easily accessible for retail, which is what we want. SWE is currently trading at 343. It's down 4.69% on the day. Nice. We broke below 353, and we are holding right now 342. I'm expecting this to break my longer-term bearish target if the momentum stays on the bear side, probably $3. Matter of fact, a break below $3 would probably look a little too bearish, but it could happen. See how repetitive this is? The spike, and then the relaxation, and then the pump. The spike, and then the relaxation, and then the pump. Is it going to do that same exact thing? If so, what's it going to be? Like, where's that target going to go? Look at that. So yeah, look, I would look for $3. I feel like $3 is a nice target for SWE. The spike might go all the way down to 275. See, this doesn't seem like that big of a distance, because it really isn't. You went all the way up here, and then it retraced all the way back here. That's your triangulation right there. So that spike might go down to 275. It might go boop, and then do this, and then pump back up. We'll see. We will see. Kind of cool to see a chart actually play out nicely like that, though. Tishu said, what if the dip keeps on dipping? Then we keep DCA. Not financial advice. This is a cult, Tishu. We're degenerate gamblers. Philly said, then we go for broke. Hell yeah, Philly. Philly knows what to do. Tishu said, you want to know what that something is? Then bring out your crystal ball, because we don't know. Billy said, I think people are pussies. Okay, there's news. I know. I'll dump all my assets. Tishu said, it's all a guess. Only thing I know for sure is Bitcoin's long-term trend is an uptrend so far. What if I said Bitcoin orders set at 106 and 100 times Solix code said, holy cow, sell it all, we're going to 0. Oh, I got a spam call. I'm going to answer this one. Hello? Can I help you? Okay. Ando's down 4.75% on the day, currently trading at 91.43. We broke 95.35, which is a big deal for me. 95.35 was a large area of support in my brain. And losing that is a no-no. We seem to have had some semblance of a head and shoulders here. And we broke down. Where, oh, see, Ondo has a trend line that we're probably going down to. So this is a higher low. This is a lower low. Not financial advice. I guess I could see this going all the way down to 75. Besides that, my bullish bearish target would be 80. My bearish target would be 75. A little bounce. We could break below that. Just a little fake out. But we'll see. Tishu said, why answer spammers? They're just going to call you more now. It's funny. Sometimes I get people, or I'll have them transfer me to people, and then I make weird noises. Makes me happy. It's the little things. Should have answered on speaker. It was just a machine. It was like, hello, this is Catherine with the Senior Care Center, something, something. We sent you a card in the mail. Next time I'll answer on speaker. I wish they used people. I hope that they reference that for something, that it's recorded. My hope is always that they record it and somebody has to listen back to see if they can use the information to steal my voice and call my mom and ask for money or something, you know? Because it's a thing that they do. But my mom's gonna get a call. She's just gonna be like, hello, and it's gonna be like, Mom, I need help. I need you to send me money. Because I do the stupid voice when I answer the phone. Oh, it's so good. What would be really impressive is if they could actually figure out what my real voice sounds like. Just from me making that dumbass voice. That would be great. Tom Solix Goat said this weakness most likely lasts till after Jackson Hole. Yeah, I could see that. Tishu said next one to pump BNB just like BNB BTC on the daily. Giovanni said Ondo been shit forever and it's my second biggest bag. What's nice about that is when it pumps, it's going to become your first biggest bag very quickly. I will say SNEK is my biggest bag right now. I've been kind of sweating a little bit because it's down 11-12%. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm scared to look at my portfolio today. And then I look and it looks totally fine. And I don't know if that's because of SNEK. I think that's because of Strike. I think Strike might flip my SNEK bag now. I think that is pretty much set in stone at this point. But we'll see, man. We will see. I'm still a hardcore SNEK believer. Okay. Yeah, Ondo look for 80, 75 possible if we continue this bearish momentum. Arrow almost hit my target of $1.50. It failed to really solidify a candle close above $1.44. We broke below $1.23 right now. We did have a trend line on this, but we haven't touched it in quite some time. Maybe I guess I could maybe do that. We could consider this a fake out. We got touch here, fake out, touch here. I kind of like that. Let's go with that. So if we're taking that into consideration, this is the meanest one. Arrow could potentially come all the way down to 83, 84. But I would like to see it. I would like to see it hold above $1. If it breaks below $1, maybe 90 for psychological support. But we should have shorted this. That would have been great. Great short. 17%. Not financial advice. We'll see how far it goes. But yeah, I'm looking for $1 psychological. Our midpoint where we should get a reaction is like 114. She's not quite oversold yet. Our momentum wave is entering oversold territory. Pinlink is down 6.1% on the day, currently trading at 6662. Broke below 75. We're heading towards 60 fast. Let's see. That's definitely going to be an M. 60 seems to be the best point for a rebound on Pinlink for some reason. If it does break below that, the only time we've seen it break below that is a quick triple bottom. So anything below 60, maybe, if we don't get too bearish, might be a decent buy zone. And I really like that we have incredibly obvious increase in volume right here. As the price increased, the volume increased as well. So maybe buyers will step in. We got a lot more red over here than green, but that's the name of the game. Oversold on market cipher. See where she ends up. Render's down 5.45% on the day, currently trading at 354.49. 350 would be a nice support, but we know that's probably not going to happen. If it does break below that, look for 315. If it breaks below 315, then we are losing the potential for a higher low, which we've already got a triple bottom. 1, 2, 3. All three of them touching this 250, 260 level. I can't imagine it would go down there again. But it might be, maybe it's going to be WW, a big fat W made of W's. I don't know if that's a thing. Look for $3 to hold as support if it continues to fall. We got our support levels 315, 350. We're at 354 right now. We will see what happens with render. Stellar's down 5.62%. Stellar is still in its range. The bottom of the range being 38.4. We have broken out of it before for a little fake out to the downside. Came right back up into it without any issues though. If it does break below, then we are looking at a solid M on the overall chart. M. Is it going to go down to 225? Probably not. The trend down here is very vague, but we didn't really have that momentum that we had before. So maybe look for 32 support. I would like that. See, we had a breakout here, but we never came back down to retest our break. And our break line is 32, so we'll see what 32 brings. It's at 39 right now. Polkadot's down 4.8%. Beautiful head and shoulder on Polkadot. Broke below 378. Actually, the neckline would probably be 383, 384. Broke below the neckline. Target. Frugal target. Should we short Polkadot? Frugal target. I'm going to go with 353. 353. Head and shoulders. Frugal target. Let's see if that plays out. Cool. Billy said, eat thumping hard. They're all thumping hard. Bartcoin. Ooh, look at that, dude. If Bartcoin bounces here today, tomorrow, then I am a fractal genius. Not financial advice, but I put this on here, like, I think we were back here. I was like, wow, what if it did that? Ha ha ha. Because it was like starting to rebound. And it did exactly that. I recoupled, and it's probably going to be 100% coupled. Because I'm just that good. I'm joking, by the way. We did have a confirmed green dot back here, which sent it pretty much straight back up, which is kind of interesting. Teach you said render Bitcoin, give a good hint. And the dog said if today Bitcoin chart closed at 112, 113, it probably bounced back. I'm not sure, actually. I am not sure. Teach you said I see too much red in the bounce. Too much red. The bounce will come after you give up and don't expect it. And it usually isn't right away. And first you get a mini dead cat bounce. That sounds like too many rules, teach you. Although you have won the daily close contest 2 days in a row, so who am I to speak? Cass hitting that 8-cent support level, down 4.89% on the day. What's going on with Doge here? What the hell? Uh-oh. Do we need to... That's kind of messed up. Did they just destroy all of my data on my Doge chart without warning? That's kind of messed up, dude. Jeez. Okay. Damn. Cass pullback. Look for 75. That's what I'm gonna go with. 75. Avalanche down 5.53% on the day. This chart's been looking so nice too. If this breaks below 20, I'm gonna be kind of sad. But I could see it, and I could see it going all the way down to like 19, I suppose. See, I don't want it to do this. It's got the 3 hits to the downside as well. Let's look for support at 1920 for Avalanche. Hopefully it holds. Right now it's sitting above 22 though. So that's good. RSI not quite oversold yet. Momentum wave getting there. Chainlink's down 8.49% on the day, currently trading at 2360. What is this fractal? The fractal does call for a pullback heading into mid-September with a little baby bounce and a big boy pullback mid-October, with that being the final pullback, and we actually send it afterwards. Not financial advice. The Chainlink fractal looks good. Unfortunately, it calls for some bearish price action. Hopefully it gets proven wrong, which we have seen in the past. A fractal is just an idea. It's not gospel, so calm down. Chainlink currently trading at 23.58. We could find support at 21.67. Probably not going to happen, though. I imagine it's probably going to break right through that. Go all the way down to... See, we got this MW before. And we got kind of a janky M situation right here. So maybe we come down here for the W. 17.5? 17.5? That's what I would look for. And that kind of almost lines up with this. Yeah. I'd look for 17.5 on Chainlink. Not financial advice. That's my overly bearish, like, we're going to dump for a little bit. These are all my price targets for overly bearish. We're going to dump for a little bit. And the dog said, there are 10 more days to make people hopeless. I think it should bounce back first, then drop to 106. I wouldn't be surprised. What's in the 10 days though? For August? There's more than 10 days left in August. Cheers, guys. Happy Tuesday. For the record, I hate Tuesdays. Today was an okay Tuesday as well. Today was an okay Tuesday. Doge is dead in the water. I can't do anything about Doge. The chart, I guess, is gone, which really sucks. NEAR is down 5.94% on the day, currently trading at 242. NEAR has these big monstrous moves for no reason. Gigantic M, and it didn't really even go anywhere. It's very stagnant, very boring. I'm fully expecting this to go down to $2. If it holds at 221, I'll think it'll be a miracle. But we'll see what happens. Looking for $2 on NEAR. Honestly, the price action on this chart kind of sucks. And I wish I was wrong, because I actually really like the project, but it's not doing anything for me. You're almost oversold in the RSI, and your momentum wave's definitely oversold, so you got potential there for a reversal. Guys, we got less than 60 seconds for the daily close contest. Pengu's down 4.63% on the day, breaking down. Target, probably 16. Otherwise, look for support at 22. Bitcoin, 1 minute time frame. Get your guesses ready for the daily close contest. Bitcoin currently trading at 112.844 and 2 cents. 36 seconds remaining until you guys can begin to guess. Let's transition over to our game screen. Cool, cool, cool. Billy said, thank God I never bought back into NEAR. That's bathwater's like, I don't know. I don't even know what you would call it. That's like Jesus to bathwater NEAR. Tyler said, daily close contest coming soon to JJ's Cryptic Corner. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Ladies and gentlemen, chance for you to win up to $100 every single day. Anyone can play. Only one will win. Mr. Tyler's guess. Mr. Tyler, 112.96969. Okay. We got Tom Selleck scoped. Coming in with a 112.825. Billy said my guess for today is $0. Point not in the mood. Billy is going with a big fat 0. Teach you. Coming in with 113.076.03. I don't like it that he's being specific because he's won 2 days in a row now. And if he wins $100, then that's going to cost me $100. Brennan Hilgen. How you doing, my friend? 112.823 and 24 cents. Another specific one. Anybody else? Anybody at all? Daily close contest. Chance for you to win up to $100. I got to figure out the lighting so that I can use my green screen. Then I can float around the screen without a background. That'll be fun. How's the stream today? No drop frames? Everything good? Give me a yes, no, maybe so. Brennan Hilgen. Anybody else? Anybody at all, guys? You got 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. While you guys are getting ready to guess, dyor, welcome. Coming in with 112,790. I'm going to go look at the rest of our charts. Pengu, I already named my target. Silver, 37.36, chilling, very sideways. DXY, gapped up actually. DXY like a little pumpy at this exact moment. MicroStrategy was very dumpy today, very, very dumpy. Closed down 7.43% on the day. NASDAQ down 0.17 and S&P down 0.59. Very, very dumpy. Bitcoin dominance breaking above 60. It's at 60.07. The recovery from September is happening today. Tyler said, I need mint candles, please. We're on 1 minute. What are you talking about? I'm zoomed in, bro. I am. We chilling. Been so red, but we hold. Exactly. Exactly, Brennan. Gianix coming in with a guess. 112,868.12. We're not trying to retire tomorrow, guys. This is a long game. The reason why we make life-changing money is because we sit through the life-changing dumps. Tishu said, Bitcoin, give me the mini dead cat bounce in 7 minutes. Billy said, all my stocks today made a suicide dive. Jeez. We got Giovanni. All my stocks kind of below anyway, so I don't really even care. 112,802 cents. Okay. Okay. Don't. It says, please fill out this field. I'm aware. What do we got? What do we got? Anybody else? Anybody at all, guys? You got 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin about to hit that liquidation point. I think it may have hit it. Big fat red volume candle. Everything is dumping. Are we going to rebound after the daily close? Or is it going to continue to the downside? What's it going to be? Giovanni, I got you already. Anybody else for the daily close contest? Get your guesses in. You got 55 seconds remaining on the clock for the daily close contest. Number go down today. Today, number go down. Tyler coming in with a change. He's going with 112,696.69. Okay. Philly said, I'm clocking out for the day. Peace out, everyone. Take it easy, Philly. Appreciate you. Giovanni said, I have such a hard time buying stocks. I feel like in crypto, I know I'll sell most of it soon, but buying stocks as a long-term play is hard for me because I don't know what exactly to look for. Yeah. 10 seconds remaining for you guys to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. I have very, very little sprinkled into my stock portfolios. It's very, like, long-term sprinkle. Time's up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for participating in the daily close contest. Let's get these bad boys on the board. This liquidation point was hit, and Bitcoin immediately rebounded. We got Tishu coming in with 113,076.03. What is that? Okay. Straighten that line out. There we go. Then we got Janix coming in with 112,868 and 12 cents. Then we got Tom Selleck Scope 112,825. Then we got, that is a nice green candle. I do like that, Tishu. Good call. Brennan Hilgen 112,823 and 24 cents. What am I doing? 112,823 and 24 cents. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. 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 Then we got Giovanni Fontes, 112,802 cents. And then we got dyor. Welcome. Thank you for flying dyor. 112,790. And then we got Tyler Yetzer, 112-696-69. And last but not least, we got Billy Driver, who might win today. He's at 0. I'm going to put 112-560 so that he can appear on the screen. And I'm going to specify this represents 0 USD. Market getting volatile on the 1 minute. Very exciting, spicy exchange between the bears and the bulls. 112.796.28. I had a little bit of a twang in my voice just now. Tyler said, "Why don't you go up to my original guess from an hour ago? That would be hilarious." Tishu said, "Look at all the green." Pulse Playa said, $1 Bob. Fahid said, "Dope." Tishu said, "Might have been too bullish though for the 1 minute. We shall see." It's getting awfully spicy on the 1 minute time frame. Your market cipher showing a lot of dots. RSI trying to figure out what's going on, whether or not it likes boys or girls. I believe Tom Selleck's goat is currently in the lead, very close behind Janix. Guys, we got 2 minutes, 4 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin 112.859.58. We are chilling. Oh, Janix is now in the lead. Look at that. Just like that, man. Evan coming in way too late and without a membership. Hello, Evan. How are you? At least Evan shows up. Unlike Dixie and Zach. Don't tell Zach, by the way. Tomorrow, like, midnight is his deadline for that video. And I don't think he made shit. I'm pretty sure he's been grilling every single day. It's pretty funny. Fun stuff, man. I'm kind of excited. I'm excited to call him out in the space tomorrow. Bitcoin 112.820 and 75 cents. 1 minute and 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Tyler said, "Drop fast." And the dog said, "OMG, whales in crypto so scary." It is the 1 minute time frame. Giovanni said, "Damn, most exciting close in a while." It has been quite some time, hasn't it? Justin said, "Hey, yo, how's everyone doing?" We are chilling. Justin, we got 60 seconds left on the clock for the daily close contest. Bitcoin 112.809 and 8 cents. Currently, Giovanni. Oh, Janix is in the lead. It has been a spicy exchange between Giovanni, Janix, and Tyler. Tom Selleck's goat, showing face. 45 seconds left on the clock. It is literally back and forth. Video is going to be of him grilling. He has to have editing and stuff, man. The whole challenge is for him to use his future-proof PC and his 4K camera. 112.887 and 44 cents. 26 seconds left on the clock. Janix holding his position in the lead for a considerable amount of time this time around. 20 seconds remaining. Price is spiking left and right, up and down. Somehow it's moving backwards. We don't even know what's going on anymore. The Polkadot twins have returned from the dead. Rest in peace. I meant no disrespect. They're out there with Satoshi. 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the daily close contest, Janix, with a Bitcoin daily close of 112.872 and 94 cents. Very, very close to a potential win. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. 112.872.94. 112.872.94. Congratulations, Janix, on your victory. $112,868.12. Very, very cool. Making sure Tyler does not advance any farther away from our other competitors. Janix is doing Satoshi's work. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. Exciting stuff. Congratulations, Janix. Yay! Janix is advancing a spot. Moving forward, he is currently, or was currently, tied with Waterfly and Giovanni. He is now solidifying his own position with 10 wins. Congratulations, my friend. Let the bananas be spammed. All right, very cool. Let me add Janix to the winner's Google Doc. That was a close one, man. That was very close. Janix and Tishu are now sworn enemies as Janix has destroyed his potential for 3 wins in a row. They now hate each other. I believe that. They have no choice. That Pulse player said that there's just holding us back before rate cuts, guys. Right? I don't know if we're going to get rate cuts, to be completely honest. With the jobs data getting revised, they might actually increase rates. Like, that's no longer a meme. That's a possibility. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 112.868 and 12 cents and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 112.872 and 94 cents on August 19th, 2025. Mr. Janix's prize is a mozzarella cheese stick. Congratulations, Janix, on your victory. Enjoy your mozzarella cheese stick. Feel free to dip it in ranch, marinara, nothing. You can salt it for some reason if you want. You can put a little bit of pepper on there, whatever. Maybe some cinnamon. I don't know. Sometimes people like weird stuff. Get some ketchup on there for you. Whatever you want. You can share it with whomever you please as well. It is lukewarm. It's not cold, but it definitely feels like it's been sitting out for a little bit. But it's sanitary. It's been covered, so... whatever you do, you're legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy. And yes, it is the kind that has been pre-spiced, so it's got flavor. You don't necessarily need to bathe it in ranch dressing, but if you want to, that is the one condiment that I would be willing to provide, because I have a ridiculous abundance of ranch dressing, because I'm a ranch maxi. Cheers. Happy Tuesday, guys. We went through all of our charts. Everything looks like doo-doo. Let's get into some news. Column talks crypto. Just a reminder that when the Fed cuts rates, it often marks the approximate top for the markets before a crash. I think that top is lining up for a Bitcoin and shock top in a few months. People will be most euphoric and most disagreeable to this idea when the time comes. Another datum: when the Fed funds rate returns to near zero, they're done dropping it. That often marks the bottom of the crash. This is all ahead of us, in my opinion. That was quite a mouthful. Go check it out for yourself if you want to read it without me stumbling over my words. Non-profitable stocks are surging. Goldman Sachs non-profitable tech index has surged 66% since its April low. This gauge tracks high-growth tech names with negative earnings. By comparison, the S&P 500 has risen plus 31% over the same period, or less than half as much. This has been one of the sharpest rebounds in the history of unprofitable tech after a 33% drop in February and April. To put this into perspective, in 2020, the index soared over 300% before wiping out all its gains during the 2022 bear market, which, by the way, is the bear market that crypto had as well. 2021 was a peak, 2022 was the year-long bear market, and then we started to climb from 2023 forward. Cointelegraph: the SEC delays decision on Bitwise and CoinShares XRP ETF, along with Grayscale and Canary XRP Trust. The new deadline is set for October 2025. Notice every single new deadline is in October. Is that when they're going to send it? Or can they kick the can down the road more? I have no idea. I'm sure they would figure out a way if they really wanted to. Cryptos are us. George, you guys probably know him. I'm George. We're all George. Alt season loading. Coinbase sees conditions aligning for a full-scale altcoin rally by September, while Pantera calls this phase 2, when alts start to outpace Bitcoin. Alt market cap is already up 50% since July to 1.4 trillion, while Bitcoin dominance has slid from 65 to under 58%. Momentum is building. This, in my opinion, what we're experiencing right this moment, is the retrace, the correction for this setup. Everyone believes that we're about to enter alt season. This is the shakeout before the mommy makeout. Tishu said everybody expects a pump after rate cuts. I don't think we're going to get rate cuts. I really don't. I did. I'm no longer a believer. Maybe I'm wrong. I will happily be wrong, but I don't think they're going to do it. We got leading indicators suggest the U.S. unemployment rate is set to rise. In July, 11% small business said poor sales were the most important problem, the highest share since the 2020 pandemic. This share has doubled over the last 7 months. In previous economic cycles, this has been the leading indicator for rising unemployment. It also now signals that the unemployment rate could exceed 5% in the coming months. Small firms employ 62.3 million workers, or 45.9% of all employees, according to the Small Business Administration. When small businesses struggle, the entire economy feels it. I feel it. Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? MicroStrategy is expected to enter the S&P 500 index in 1 month. This is a complete rumor, nothing to back it up. But who cares? Rumors are cool. Donald Trump Jr. said crypto is going to be the future of finance. I believe it. This is insane. The BLS is set to revise down U.S. job numbers by 550,000 to 950,000 for 12 months, ending March 2025 on September 9th, according to Goldman Sachs estimates. That'd be the biggest 12-month downward revision in 15 years. Total cut over 2 years would reach 1.5 million jobs. This is our best case scenario for rate cuts. Everything else says that they should actually raise rates. Jobs looking bad means they should cut rates. That also, though, we just read from Colin Talks Crypto, usually signals the macro top for Bitcoin. Is that going to be the case this time? I have no clue. Genuinely, I would hate to be Jerome Powell, especially right now. DeGener said all of those KOLs have been continuously wrong with their terrible predictions. I feel like that's how it goes anyways. That's why you can't take advice from any one person. Like, it's fun to throw out guesses. I throw out predictions all the time. Most of them are probably wrong. But, I don't know. You got to take things into consideration and form your own opinion. That way you're not worried about what, Joe Blow said on his fun crypto channel or whatever the hell. We got, for the first time ever, it is considerably cheaper to buy a new house than to buy an existing house. Likely signals an inflection point in the housing market. This has literally never happened in the history of anything ever. Maybe, I could be wrong. It looks like it might have happened whenever the hell this was, 2005, 2006. And then it got pretty dang close right here during maybe COVID. But allegedly, which I love the metric for this, is existing homes are $435,000. Are majority of these existing homes like big ass new construction cookie cutter monster houses that nobody actually wants? Because that explains quite a bit. And then the new construction, they know that they're building it for cheaper, so they're selling it for cheaper because they need to get rid of inventory. They're just cutting their profits down. Is that what's happening here? Because I'll tell you what, majority of the houses where I live, they're not $435,000. They're not anywhere near affordable for me, but they're definitely not no $500,000. That's crazy. So that was interesting. Also, apparently, U.S. bankruptcies are surging past 2020 pandemic levels, according to Business Insider. We got historical cost of buying versus renting. Everything about the current housing market basically exploded recently, which hopefully should come down just like it did in 2007, 2008. We'll see, though. It's going to be interesting to watch this unfold. Bearish bets on small cap stocks have rarely ever been this high. Speculative net futures positioning on the Russell 2000 has dropped to its lowest since the 2022 bear market low. This is one of the most bearish stances since 2008. Hedge funds and other institutions have been betting against small caps for nearly 4 years, with only a brief pause in 2024. As a result, the Russell 2000 remains the only major index that has not reached a new all-time high since 2021. Meanwhile, Nvidia's $4.5 trillion market cap is now $1.5 trillion larger than the Russell 2000 combined. Are small caps setting up for a short squeeze? ? That'd be kind of cool. What's interesting to me is that everyone's expecting a market crash suddenly. Everyone is expecting 2008 to happen, which probably means it's not going to. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe it does happen and everybody gets lucky. That just seems really, really unlikely. When has, like, the Big Short was a big deal because Nobody was, they're all like, you're crazy. This is never going to happen. And then it happened, and he and a small, very small group of people were like geniuses. That this time around, everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's all going to come crumbling down. Everyone is saying that. And when everyone says that, that's never been the case. The majority has been wrong every single time. So that's going to be interesting to watch unfold as well. Bitcoin still chilling 113, 153. Polymarket says U.S. bankruptcy surpassed COVID pandemic levels, confirming. Polymarket bettors now see a 71% chance of a 25 basis point Fed rate cut in September. So that has dropped, I believe. Yeah, it was 80. It was 80 the other day. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it go up, especially if they revise those job numbers down. DJair said it's because new houses have no or tiny backyards or located in areas where nobody wants to live. At least that's the case around me. I mean, I wish that was the case around me. I'm not paying no $400K for a house, but I would love to buy a house. I've genuinely considered like building tiny homes for people because I'm almost positive there would be a huge demand. The NASDAQ 100 extends its decline to minus 1.4% in the day, now on track for the biggest drop since August 1st. I love they act like that's the biggest deal, and then they say the biggest drop since August 1st, which was like freaking 14 days ago. $22 billion Air Canada pension fund reveals $161 million Bitcoin allocation. Pensions buying Bitcoin, it's here. That's freaking awesome. Treasury Secretary Bessent says we'll use tariff revenue to pay down U.S. debt. Sharplink Gaming buys 143,593 Ethereum, worth $667 million. Robinhood lists SWI for trading in the U.S. Very cool. SEC Chair Paul Atkins to discuss Project Crypto today in Wyoming Blockchain Symposium. SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce says we welcome small, early-stage crypto projects to meet with us in Chicago on September 15th. Wyoming becomes the first U.S. state to launch its own stablecoin. Very cool. Marjorie Taylor Greene actually spoke English and blew my mind today. She has been calling for property taxes to be abolished. There was something else she mentioned too. I think she talked about insurance being a ripoff. And I actually thoroughly agree, genuinely. She said, bro, the bull run ended. What are why still doing? What? The bull run didn't end, Chewy. And even if it did, we can still make money. And even if it does, why do we have to be in a bull market in order for me to stream? I'm going to stream every single day for the rest of my goddamn life. SEC Chair Paul Atkins to create framework that future-proofs the crypto markets against regulatory mischief. This one got me really excited. I do also think that the property tax should be done away with. Her exact quote, I believe, was with property tax, you were literally basically paying rent to rent the property that you own from the U.S. government. And if you don't pay rent, then they can take your property away, which means it doesn't belong to you, which is exactly the case. So property tax should go the fuck away. And I could not agree more. I would not mind. Maybe, how about they like add a percentage onto what people already pay and only have them pay it while they're paying their mortgage. Something like that. I'm sure there's a simple way for them to get rid of it. It's fucking stupid. Marty Party posted 99% of hacks are simply theft of passphrases. The human emotional response to this is to cry and say you were hacked. No, you were robbed. Keep your passphrase safe. Real hacks refer to sophisticated breaches involving technical exploits like exploiting software vulnerabilities, bypassing security protocols, or using advanced techniques. Malware or zero-day attacks. Stolen passwords, on the other hand, often results from phishing, credential stuffing, data breaches, exposing credentials, or weak passwords being guessed or cracked via brute force or, what does that say, dictionary attacks? These are on you. It's 2025. Get smarter. Respect every click. If your passwords or passphrases were stolen, you were robbed, not hacked. Stop using the word hack. It's bad for the industry. I also would like to point out he specifies that hacks are exploits, and I disagree. I think exploits are completely different. A hack is when somebody, like he says, uses advanced techniques, malware, zero-day attack, anything like that, anything with technical know-how. exploits majority of the time are like somebody figuring out, oh, this is misprogrammed and I can just print money and steal the entire treasury. That is an exploit. That is not a hack. That is somebody finding out something, and it's usually neglect on the developer's part. But I digress. Stock Money Lizards posted, very apparent we're still in a bull market. Indicator 52-week moving average. I believe weighted moving average. And that goes, it's currently sitting at 100K, 100,786. Let's actually go mark that. So I'm going to put that on here. And I'm going to make it extra thick. And I'm going to put 52 WM weekly moving average. 52 week. I think it's weekly moving average. It might be weighted moving average. I'm not sure. Congratulations, Janix, once again on your victory. Tom Selleck-Scott said property tax pays for roads and schools and police, etc. So they shouldn't be able to take your house away for it, though. They could have like a school and road tax. Some people live on private roads. Some people are exempt from paying for that stuff because they don't have any kids to go to school. Or what bugs me is that the roads aren't good where I live. So why the hell am I paying property taxes for a road commissioner that doesn't do their fucking job? And you know they're bringing home like 150 grand a year for fuck all. For like covering up a couple holes every 6 months. It's ridiculous. Michigan is the worst place to talk about the roads. We got Colin Talks Crypto, Bitcoin, social media sentiment. My God, I thought maybe social media sentiment had increased since last month, but it's even lower than before. This is as low or lower sentiment than bear market bottoms, except Bitcoin is at all-time high. Let that sink in. It means the market hasn't topped yet. There has been no euphoria to form a proper sentiment top. Chart from Into the Cryptoverse. Text is my own. Bitcoin is in all-time high range. Markets peak euphoria. Markets peak in euphoria, not fear. We are here. Yeah, this is crazy. The sentiment being trashed like this, it's actually insane. It definitely makes it feel like we're bear market bottoming. Like, it's trippy. It's a trippy observation for sure. What's really weird too is that like Bitcoin's previous bear markets all were pretty violent. This one doesn't seem as violent. It's like a very nice shallow curve up, and then this grind up. There's been no parabola at all whatsoever. We've just like slowly ramped up over time. So is there going to be a blow off top? I have no clue. It's definitely an interesting bull market for sure. Remember, 20 to 30% corrections are normal in a bull run. They may not be easy to stomach nor fun, but they are normal. So unfortunately, guys, we do have to put up with this kind of chart information, the chart playing out the way that it is. And I guess all that I ask is that you guys still show up to the streams even if the market sucks. Otherwise, what's the point of streaming? But I'm sure I'll figure it out. Let's see. We got all of the previous bull markets. I want to do the double top from the last one. We got from the beginning 20%, and then 16%, and then 31%, 27%, 24%, and then we got the bear market. And then on our way back up, 2023 going forward, 22%, 21%, 21%, 23%, 30%, 30%. What's happening right now? I have no idea. Oh, that's if we go down 30%. Okay, what are we looking for here then? I don't like that. Chewy said I'm blinded. That's how I feel every time, man. I don't understand why people don't use dark mode. It actually blows my mind. Evan said you should at least be like people over 60 to 65 shouldn't have to pay property taxes. That's totally fair. I feel like that's totally fair. 60, yeah, old people. And then they should make it so that like if you own multiple properties, you don't have to pay property tax on one of them, like your first property. If you buy a second property, you got to start paying property taxes. You know what I mean? Because then at that point, you're consuming, because then people are going to find the loophole and they're just going to put all of their family's houses in grandma and grandpa's name, So in order to avoid that loophole, if you have more than one house, Chewy said you can run for commissioner, bro. I actually plan on doing that. Genuinely. I know the current road commissioner, like personally, and he's not a great person. He's not a bad guy, but he's fucking asshole, dude. And I don't know, the roads aren't good. When we were voting, I actually wrote down, because there was no actual like candidate for road commissioner. So I told my fiance, I was like, write my name down, and I put my name down on mine. And I was like, what if I actually won? Wouldn't that be crazy? Just from 2 votes, I just accidentally become the road commissioner with no campaign whatsoever and no experience. They're like, what do we do? I'm like, I don't fucking know. You guys just called me here. You said I won something. Justin said, no bullshit. That's the problem. Cutting out special classes of people like 65 plus. I mean, it's only fair, though. You get to that age, you retire, you don't have to pay property taxes anymore. I feel like that's fair. Those people are the ones voting for more municipal debt that raises property taxes because they aren't affected. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Damn. All right. I'm just going to become the road commissioner and fix the fucking roads. That's my solution. Bitcoin still chilling, 113, 117. We got some more news articles. Bullish. Berenstein says the crypto bull market could run through 2027, with Bitcoin reaching 150K to 200K, and altcoins like ETH and Sol driving the next phase. That one's crazy, actually. I really like that one. Alert. Bitcoin short-term holders are selling at a loss for the first time since January, signaling either a reset or weakening momentum. Old people taking all our money. Yeah, but then they die and we get their money, so it's kind of like a savings account. And then you gotta like gaslight them to not spending as much. I'm not gonna carry on the joke. I feel like it's gonna get too dark, but it's funny. To me, it's funny. I have dark humor. Don't judge. Bitcoin short-term holders. Yeah, people are selling at a loss, I guess, which is hilarious. This one blew my mind. 1inch launches native cross-chain swaps between Solana and EVM chains. I legit thought that 1inch, or I didn't know they existed anymore. I thought they were long gone. Justin said retail is unloading to institutions right now. I don't think that retail's even here. The small, like, little dusting of retail that showed back up is selling to institutions right now. They're going to go leave. They're going to go complain to their friends. Their friends are going to be like, huh, what's this Bitcoin thing? They're going to look into it. They're going to see that it's way bottomed out. Then they're going to buy. Their friends are going to have dumped right here. Institutions are going to scoop it up. It's going to go up a little bit. Their friends are going to buy, and then it's going to go up like crazy. And they're going to be like, hey, watch, look at this, John. You dumped your bags right here. I bought right here, and I'm a millionaire now. And John's going to be like, screw you guys. You wouldn't even know about that unless because I complained to you, you figured out what it is. And then he's going to like ask for money. Robinhood is partnering with Kalshi to launch football prediction markets. This one's kind of cool. Completely irrelevant to really anything, but it's neat. We're getting to the point where every app is like an everything app. It's definitely going to get interesting. Crypto Spaces says no retail here. Ben Cowan says retail interest at all-time lows. It is. It really is. Sharplink has accumulated 1,388 Ethereum and staking rewards through its Ethereum treasury buys. Very cool. SEC Chair Paul Atkins, this one was kind of crazy, a little bit of a flip-flop, said only a small fraction of crypto tokens should be considered securities, marking a shift from the agency's previous stance under Gary Gensler. So Gary Gensler was going for all of them being securities, with like 1 or 2 being cherry-picked as not securities, and now it's the other way around. Paul Atkins saying 1 or 2 are going to be securities, and the rest of them are fine. So get fucked, Gensler. Quentin posted, imagine being bearish while Bitcoin is flipping an 8-year resistance into support. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I think the problem now is that Bitcoin's below 113,729. How low can it go? Let's actually draw that line ourselves. Let's go to the daily time frame on a different Bitcoin chart so that there's actually data for me to see. Does Bitcoin go as far back as I need it to go? Maybe I need to go to the weekly. Is that it? Yeah. Look at that first bull run. It's so adorable. Look at its little baby. So we got peaks. Ooh. That is so pretty. Look at how pretty that is. I like that. I do. I mean, we're right there, man. We are right there. I would say we have to close this weekly above 112.516. Can you look at Torn, please? Yes, I absolutely can. Yeah, 112.516. And we're right there, man. We are pretty dang close. What's nice, though, is that it's only Tuesday. We got the rest of the week, so we'll see, though. We could always go back down and then get back above it later. Who knows? Who freaking knows? All right, we're looking at Torn. Torn. Is this Tornado Cash? Is that what this is? Ooh. Trump pardoned that guy, didn't he? Okay, slow grind up. RSI sitting right in the middle. This thing's really not dumping with the rest of the market. That's kind of nice. $11.13. The candles are like 1 to 2%. This is probably beautiful to trade. Is this available on any exchanges? 22.85 down. I'm liking the increased volume. I don't like this big fat red candle. I don't like these big fat wicks. The wicks could just be an exchange thing. Low liquidity. I really like the grind up. Even with that giant red candle, there's definitely an uptrend here. A very obvious uptrend. Wow, look at that. What is up with that? That volume's crazy. I don't know. I like it. There's not really much to say. It's grinding up. It could tumble from here, but it doesn't seem like it really wants to do that. Worst case scenario, with the current chart data, I see it maybe pulling back to like 10.50. Just for that touch, because it seems to want to do that every once in a while. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches in this current area. Besides that, though, the chart looks really good. What's the volume on this thing? Let me go look at CoinMarketCap, because I'm curious now. Number 512, $58.5 million. What was that? Market cap. Okay, so it's not fully diluted. What is it, about 50%? There's no max supply. See, are they just printing? Top 10 hold 88.57%. What? I hope those are exchanges. That's crazy. Yeah, there's no unlock schedule. Oh, yeah, there is. Look at that. So you do have unlocks. Looks like every... What was that? September 12th. October 10th. Every month-ish? Every 30 days? Something like that. There's an unlock. So be careful. It did have a lot, and now it's tapering off slightly. But it looks like all of the rest of the money is going towards governance. Not sure what that means. I mean, besides that, it's on MXC. Dude, MXC is so goated. HTX. Does HTX have some? Volume's quite low. MXC has a decent chunk, but still. The volume is low. I feel like there's potential to take advantage of this. Can get as big as Monero. Ethereum tweeted about it today. I don't know if it can get as big as Monero. There's a couple of them like this. Tornado Cash definitely has a household name amongst crypto people because of the guy going to prison, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. I'm glad he got pardoned, and he got a shit ton of money too. Somebody sent him like a ridiculous. Well, somebody sent him a ridiculous amount of money. It was probably him sending it to himself. but he laundered it properly through the donation channel. Besides that, I don't know how much bigger it can get with that print. It's definitely not getting to all-time highs with that print. But I mean, where's Zcash? 110? So let's look that up. Let's go to market cap of, and we want Tornado Cash and Zcash. Because Zcash is the same thing. 13, so maybe look for $150 Tornado Cash if that printing doesn't screw you. Not financial advice. I don't know what Zcash brings to the table, but Tornado Cash, in my opinion, has a bigger name. The fact that it's not aligned with it right now is a little bit concerning. So I don't know. It's kind of a gamble. I would just take it as a gamble for sure. Monero is a weird one because they just recently got like 51% or something. It got weird. There was like some miner that had over 50% of the hash power, and they were like, we have over 50% of the hash power. We're not going to do anything yet. And it was like, it was the weirdest, most uncomfortable thing. Like, what are you, a bad guy? What are you confessing? It was so strange. I'm like, what is going on here? What is their goal? CryptoZaurus, for anyone stressing Bitcoin's recent correction, realize it's the weakest correction of this entire cycle so far. So keep calm and hold on. Source, Super Bitcoin Pro. Let's see. Since 2023, we got 23%, 20%, 22, 22, 34, 18, 32, 12, and 9 so far. So, nothing to worry about. Everybody just breathe. Put your pants back on. It's going to be okay. Bitcoin Magazine published SEC Chair Paul Atkins says they're going to implement the president's digital asset working group recommendations as soon as we can. We have a president who understands the importance of making America the crypto capital of the world. And these are his direct quotes. The president's working group on digital asset markets released clear recommendations for the SEC, and we're setting out to implement them as soon as we can. We have a president who understands the importance of making America the crypto capital of the world. We must craft a framework that future-proofs the crypto markets against regulatory mischief. Gary Gensler. I look forward to working with my counterparts across the administration and Congress to get the job done. Let's freaking go. We got first the king, now the army. Altcoins are mirroring Bitcoin's cup and handle. When this handle breaks, it won't just be a pump, it will be a parabolic wave. The stage is set for the biggest alt season since 2017. Bitcoin blasted past, looks like 71K, and then just exploded to 110. Alts right now, total market cap, I'm guessing total 2, total 3. I think it's total 3, right? Yeah, 1 trillion. So total 3, we got a pullback. Definitely got a pullback to 1 trillion. So maybe it's a part of that extended handle. But cup and handle, breakout, maybe retest, and then continuation, putting us, everyone's targeting like 4 to 5 trillion. So will we get that high? Who knows? Dips are for buying. Altcoins will rally hard. Just give it time. We are, in my opinion, entering bear trap territory. So don't get shaken out. Not financial advice. Do what you got to do. If you got to take money off the table, don't be ashamed to do so. You know, you guys know your finances better than anybody else. So, and then last but not least, I wanted to share this list again because I feel like it's important. Monday we had the Trump, Zelensky, Putin scenario, which hasn't bared any fruit yet, but it seemed quite positive. Wednesday, which is tomorrow, we got July Fed meeting minutes, and then Thursday we got August S&P manufacturing PMI data, August S&P composite PMI data, and July existing home sales data. And then Friday, Powell speaks at Jackson Hole. Friday's probably going to be the biggest day. I don't know if Thursday is really going to be relevant. Wednesday is a nothing burger because it's just the Fed minutes from the last meeting. We'll see what happens. Bitcoin still looking a little green, looking a little bit green here. I'm not going to add to the perfect entry portfolio today because we just did it yesterday. So I'm going to hold off. But portfolio updates. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is now down $101. ADA is number 1 in profit, $9.93. Sol is number 2 in profit, $5.73. After that, the rest are in the negative. We got Render, Ondo, Proppy, Fetch, Doge, Near, Shib, and Aptos, all collectively dragging the portfolio down. Then we got the Memecoin portfolio, which is only down 48 bucks, holding up quite well. WIF is number 1 in profit, $49. Pepe's number 2 in profit, $15. SNEK is number 3 in profit, $7. Doge is dragging her down, and so is GigaChad. GigaChad is down even more, almost down 50%. It's sitting down $99. That's crazy. What happened to GigaChad? Then we got our narrative portfolio, my favorite and the most sustainable. It is in profit, $61.76. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one real world asset coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, and one gaming coin, and it is absolutely killing it. There are 2 assets that are negative. We got VeChain down 16 bucks and Decentraland down 2 bucks. Fetch is up 13, Tao's up 18, and Pepe's up 46. CryptoSpaces said Giga Weak meme. It's crazy, dude. That thing's been plummeting. And then last but not least, our perfect entry portfolio, which we did add to yesterday. We added the graph. This portfolio has 3, 6, 7, 8 assets. It is $48.53 in profit at the moment. Currently, we have 4 assets that are in the negative. Chainlink is up $56, Swee's up 11, ETH is up 5, Ondo's up 2, Sol is down 2, Graph is down 3, Crow is down 12, and Render's down 13. This portfolio was voted on entirely by you, the community, and it's been doing pretty damn good, actually. Tishu said, JJ, did you ever watch the clip? No. Am I supposed to watch it on stream? So yeah, this portfolio is doing pretty damn good. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. All right. Interesting. It looks very much like weekend liquidation heat map. Doesn't it? That's kind of weird. It was yesterday. Oh, you sent me something yesterday? That was yesterday? Whoa. Okay, I'm going to open it up right now. Oh, it's just 30 seconds? All right, I'm going to watch it. I can't watch it on the channel. I'll watch it afterwards. I don't know what happened, man. I was pooping. What if I said congrats, Janix? I was pooping. Yeah, congrats, Janix, once again on your victory. Enjoy your mozzarella cheese stick. Fractal here. Is that this? What is that? The weekly time frame? Yeah. Interesting. I think I pointed this out yesterday. Yeah, if this weekly closes like this and then the next week opens down here, that would set up exactly like the previous one. Huh. And then our worst case scenario would just be this. I don't even know how I would illustrate that. Like this, maybe? Yeah, it looks about right. So what we don't want to see is a slight rebound and then a failure around September 8th. Week of September 8th. But I'm liking these fractals. These little micro fractals. Kind of feeling it, honestly. We'll see what comes of it, though. Obviously, we gotta wait till Sunday. What if I said you see the AVAX news? What's the AVAX news? I have not seen it. I'm dialed in on the macro news, apparently. AVAX news. Scaramucci's Skybridge eyes tokenizing 300 million on Avalanche blockchain. Ooh. Nice. You know, that actually explains so much. I was talking about it earlier, how Avalanche is, like, beautiful. Everything else looks like it's about to break down and go to oblivion. Avalanche is, like, way the hell up here. Everything else is, like, right here right now. Was that it? The Scaramucci stuff? Wyoming's Frontier stablecoin debuts on Ethereum, Solana, and I'm assuming this is Avalanche. Yes, Ethereum, Solana, and Avalanche. Okay. Toyota Blockchain Lab proposes mobility orchestration network. Builds prototype on Avalanche. Scaramucci Skybridge tokenizing 300 million on Avalanche's blockchain. Is it one of those 3 items? That was the yield for my Google search. Pengu's up 1.44% on the day since the close. We got Cass is up 1.43. Fartcoin's up 1.57. This is it. Make or break for Fartcoin. It's got to bounce here for this fractal to remain relevant. Would that be crazy if it just went bam, just exploded to the upside? I mean, technically it's got like 2 more 4-hour. So within the next 12 hours, Fartcoin's got to go. Tom Selleck's quote said LDL looks good. Also, your favorite. I hate Lido so much. Lido is like the biggest meme in crypto. They're like, oh, we hold like Ethereum for like people, and we give them staked ETH, and it's liquid. It's not liquid. It's not liquid. Lido is the US dollar. Lido is the US dollar of crypto. It's like, oh, I'm here, guys. This looks awful. Such an asshole. I'm sorry, that was biased. So there's definitely going to be resistance right here-ish based on this. What's nice is that it broke above this resistance, which didn't really seem to have any kind of issue back here. I suppose it danced around. It bounced, and then it danced around it, broke above support, and then broke above, and now it's dancing around 140. Let me make these thinner. Yeah, this is 140 is going to be definite resistance. You got previous resistance, turned support, turned resistance again right here. It rejected, broke below, rejected, and continued to the downside. So 140 is going to be your next big point of contention. Wow, look at that. That's really... 140 is quite prominent. I wonder why that is. It's like really relevant. Power up your plan. I hate trading views so much. I swear. I want somebody to replace them. I keep getting I'm only on my laptop. I have ad block on all of my computers. But on my laptop, I get the pop-up that says ad block detected. And I know if I disable ad block that I'm going to get the same quantity of pop-ups, but it's going to be an ad. So what is the difference? Drives me great. Like, can't they just insert a stupid paid ad right here? Let it play all day, man. They can make so much more money. It's goofy. It's goofy to me. Or have like a stupid thing rolling on like sideways. Buy Hanes underwear, you know, whatever they want to advertise. Whoever buys advertisements on TradingView specifically. It would have to be like Memecoins and stuff. I think that's the problem, is they don't want to come off like Deck Screener. But yeah, LDO, I do use adblock. Who wrote it? Kim.com? Was it the NSA or something stupid? So yeah, 140. Gonna be a big break for Lido. Or a tough break for Lido. Hopefully they can get through it. Bitcoin's up 0.31% on the day. Currently trading at 113, 218, and 32 cents. Very quiet. All quiet on the Bitcoin front. August 24th through 30th, Bitcoin breakout fractal speculation. 24th through 30th. Is that from this one? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's got to be... There's no way, though, because I just put this on here. This is old. This is real old. I don't even know when I put that there. Use Brave browser. No need for extensions to block ads. I've thought about... I have Brave browser. I've thought about using it. I think I would use Chrome for my stream anyways. Just because of that. The idea of it being separate from my go-to browser is nice. But I guess I wouldn't have that problem anyways because I use my laptop primarily. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I haven't made the leap yet for Brave. I do use it all the time, just not 1000% of the time. And actually, I like the ads on the homepage as well, which is weird because ads normally piss me off. When I open up Brave and it's showing like a new thing, I'm like, ooh, actually like look at it and read about it. I don't know. I like it. Just test. What do you mean just test it out? I just said I use it. The delay, man. There's got to be a tremendous delay. Okay. Liquidation heat map, we got 112,641. Nope, that's the old all-time high. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of Island Steve. Appreciate you, Island Steve. You were right all along. And then we got 112, 196. Butterfly said, I think Clint created ad block. Oh, yeah? That would actually be really funny. 114,064. Too bad Clint doesn't show up anymore. He's got better things to do. 114,597. All right. There we go. Got our lovely little range. Thank you, Mr. Market Maker. Congratulations, Janix, once again on your victory. Market's quiet, man. It's boring. Very boring. Especially after a dump. Everyone's waiting for the dust to settle and nothing happens. Bitcoin dominance is still trying to decide if it wants to stay above 60. Evan said stop saying my name. Did I say? Oh, Clint. That's funny. Clint. Who's Evan then? Who the hell's Evan? Weird. Waterfly said his wife has needs. Wife first. Oh, give me a break. Wife first. I love you, Mrs. Clint. But also, your husband's kind of a weenie. Specifically because he bailed on his bros. Which is fucked up. That's a fucked up thing to do, Clint. You should be ashamed of yourself. Shame on you. Not you, Evan. The other Clint. For some reason, you guys have 8 different names. Congratulations, Janix, once again. Yeah, I think we're just waiting. Squeeze up 1.02%. Pinlink's up 3.49. Good for them. I said bad, JJ. Yeah, everything's quiet, man. Everything's quiet. Chainlink's up 1.44. Dude, if watch Chainlink be the only... Like, what are we going to do if Chainlink flips Bitcoin? What do we do at that point? Because that would be kind of hilarious. Take a look at Total 3 really quick. We are seemingly holding 1 trillion right now. I am unfortunately getting head and shoulder vibes here, which I think I might have pointed out earlier. Yeah, I did, because I remember measuring it and showing my frugal target. Actually, it looks really nice with this 939. I don't hate that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's go take a look at Total 2. Look at the failed fractal. When did I even put that on there? That has to be old. Can I squeeze this and make it fit here? Is this cheating? No, I can squeeze them all I want, right? Squeeze, fit, right? Bam, it's the same. No, I gotta squeeze it from up here. Right there. I kind of like that. Should we keep that? 1.4 tree. 4 tree. Wow. 1.43. Tom Selleck said if Chainlink flips Bitcoin, I'll buy you a house. Dude, hell yeah. I gotta hold you guys all to this. Fucking Hard Drama still owes me 1 Bitcoin. Bastard. There we go. Yeah. I actually kind of like that. Where's that from, though? It's gotta be from right here. Ooh. Yeah, see what I mean? Everyone trips out. We pump, and then we dump, and then we pump again, and then we dump, and then we pump again, and then we dump, and then and everyone acts surprised every single time. Every single time. We literally do this over and over again. Everyone's surprised, and then everyone's surprised, and then everyone's surprised, surprised. We've been doing the same thing for like 4 years. Nobody should be surprised anymore. And I think that the surprise is a form of denial, because they're like, they knew at the top at some point, which they probably did it this whole time. They're like, I should take profits. 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 And then they don't, and it goes down. And right here, they're like, dang it. I knew I should have taken profits. When in reality, if they had listened to themselves the first time, they would have missed out on a shit ton of money. So, it's a psychological game, man. It is. And unfortunately, that psychological aspect involves a tremendous amount of patience, which I lack. Thoroughly lack patience. But what are you going to do? Total crypto market cap, 3.76 trillion. Target for breakout. Ooh. Hello? I'm freaking out, guys. We had this beautiful flag. That's too long. Hold on. I can actually just copy paste this. Hold on. Ready? Copy paste. Bam. The bottom chunk, the frugal target, the target for the breakout is 4.13 trillion. And we literally hit that perfectly. 3-month bleed, August breakout. So we got a 2-month bleed and a July breakout. Interesting. Is this going to be maybe a 1-month bleed? 531? That'd be kind of cool. What if I said need Asia to dump ETH? Tishu said, is it true that crypto now accounts for most of Donald Trump's net worth? Yes, it's copy paste from Forbes video title. I think it actually is. What if I said never believe a politician, Tishu? I'm pretty sure most of his net worth is crypto. And I would not be surprised if that's why he's pumping crypto up and hyping it up so much. I'm not going to fault the guy. He is at the forefront of an industry. I'm totally okay with him pumping my bags. I was here before him. Hopefully I make a lot more money. Not more money than him, but just in general. I would love to capitalize on the president taking advantage of being the president. Totally okay with that. Everybody else can get mad because they're not involved or whatever. And whenever he says to buy the dip and then the number goes up later and they cry insider trading, they can get mad at that too. If they don't want to be dialed in like we are, then they can whine and bitch and moan every time they miss out. I don't care. I do not care. We're at a point now where it's every man for himself. Not in like a selfish, effed up way, but in like a we can't help the people that get left behind way. You can lead a horse to water. It's literally that scenario. Why do I keep grabbing those? So, I don't know. See if we get a dead cat bounce here. We're nearing the previous all-time high of 111,999. My bearish retrace target is 106. I would love to see 110 hold. I'm going to put another line there as well. And I'm going to make this one just dots. So let's see if that one has any relevance. Tishu said a few years ago he bashed crypto. So did everybody else. I think literally everyone has. At least he didn't call it rat poison. I think that one's the worst. RIP. Alright, guys. I'm probably going to call it. Bitcoin's 113,319. It's probably going to explode as soon as I get off, but it is what it is. Hopefully I got an excuse to get on for an emergency stream. Tishu said, so maybe we should sell on his ass. I mean, I plan on taking profits at some point and buying myself a damn house. And then I'll play with the markets as a degenerate gambler from that point forward, but I will be purchasing a home with some crypto money, no matter what. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. Congratulations, Janix, once again on your victory. Bitcoin is 113,290. We are chilling, expecting further downside. Falcon shaking out. If you got to take some off the table, take some off the table. You know your financial situation better than anybody else. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Smash the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're new, and good night.